and I want better for him. And this is in a way better, but it's worse at the same time, you know? But either way, you are right. This is definitely within their wheelhouse. I mean, what they were playing Game & Watch for a hot minute, weren't they?
Yeah, they were playing Game & Watch, a hyper-defensive Diddy Kong, a hyper-defensive Pikachu. So the Steve just kind of blends a lot of that into one with a little bit of extra sauce, apparently, that you can provide with Steve's insane damage output, especially on a bigger character like R.O.B.
No, I mean, it definitely all makes sense once you start to think about it a bit more. But also the fact it's just like, man, Steve's that guy. If you're not trying to play some of the best characters in the game, then you're not trying to win tournaments. That's the way I see it.
Ooh, I completely agree. Just like Haze trying to rob that stock of both right out from under Marcus after an early combo and an early start from Marcus with that double toss combo. And he's keeping the momentum going. He's riding it out, finding a lot of clean tech chases across his platform, and sets up a pretty even damage differential overall, minus that up smash.
Yeah, but as we see here, I mean, just kind of be going with this run and gun gameplay, and man, at that point, you got to know that move's coming out there. Just hold shield if you need to. Take the ride. Like, go fall off stage. You might have a better chance of surviving there. I mean, he did survive it one way or another here, so it's not too bad. But that back air, thank goodness that block was placed, because you were losing a stock for sure.
Yeah, pretty huge shield poke, all things considered. Living at 154 though, having plenty of gas, but not enough to survive to get the full hit of that side B, and the minecart will come in from center stage. Powered minecart blowing through that first stock from Haze as the up smash is trade. What the? Oh no! Okay, he's fine.
You're just looking down at him, man. It's just menacing at that point. But he had no irons, no anvil to drop with the down air. So just a little bit of a small little float for him as he tries to find a way to take out his opponent here. But yeah, man, I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. Marcus just doing a good job. Does have that diamond on deck, though. I think he's better off to just save it at this point.
I think he has,
because otherwise, you just kind of get put into a weird position.
Well, definitely gone with that stock now. I'm pretty sure he has that second diamond, so this... Oh, no, it is just the one. Interesting enough, but it is perfect time to use it. Now you have access to that huge diamond back air, forward smash if it comes out. Looking for the up smash there, Haze. You can punish this.
Yeah, he wasn't sure there. He was kind of stuck between a block and a hot place. So he's just kind of like, hey, do I get scooped up here? Because you got to remember, sometimes R.O.B is big, and he gets caught up in some wacky scenarios, kind of like that forward smash.
Yeah, the hitbox extension on the crafting table as well as, oh, do we have these? We do. It's 73.
It's just a little bit of damage, nothing too much to scoff at.
Yeah, it's been 2
R.O.B
hits.
is a heavy boy, right? He can handle this.
Yeah, can you find this down air though? No, just whiffing it. I think it was a little bit late. I like that that snuff out with the arm rotor, but you're gonna need maybe another one. Exactly another one in order to even up this game stock-wise. And as we saw in the almost in the first stock, all you really need in this game is the stocks to be even, or in order for you to make a big comeback.
Oh, that's really unfortunate there. I mean, it's one of those unfortunate scenarios where you're trying to go for like an immediate back throw, and because you input just a little too fast, you actually get caught up in doing a turnaround animation. It happens to the best of us. It's a terrible feeling.
For sure. Just like getting hit with an up smash, getting hit with a out of shield option when you know your opponent is safe, or when you know that you're safe, like with landing a R.O.B neutral air or many of these other like safe back airs that players will throw out, and then people will hit you with the up B anyway, or hit you with the up smash in this case anyway. It's like, man, you knew I was safe and you did it anyway.
Yeah, and that was actually an almost scary situation there earlier. He was actually charging up the forward smash, and I think he wanted to cancel out of it or something, but ended up air dodging off stage, so a little bit scary. We did see Larson in the back behind Marcus, you know, with his own little victory screen. Obviously, a huge Steve supporter, if you check out his Twitter.
He's certainly had a run with talking about this character, and you know, many a player can see why, given what they can do in just off of a single hit, and then just off a single hit that it can be super hard to avoid. Town and City being the pick here, which, from what I remember of Steve players, Steve mains talking about the stage, it's the worst thing about it is that you do get mostly wood from mining, but the layout and the stage size is so good for Steve in all facets.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, you got the smaller blast zones on the side, and he does very well killing off the side, but so does R.O.B when you get caught up in that nice scenario right there. Beautiful play from Haze and capitalizing on it to actually close up the stock. That was actually really well done.
Yeah, Z dropped gyro into that well-positioned arm rotor, you know, setting up very well in order to trap a minecart out of the corner, which is something, that is day one counterplay for the Steve, against Steves in general, regardless of skill level. Though,
oh. Wow, I'm actually surprised that gyro didn't actually connect with him on that platform. That was literally pixels away. And good DI, being able to stay alive just a little bit longer on that up smash, but you're going for a ride here. Oh, just a little too late on that forward air attempt, trying to get the spike hitboxed.
I am surprised we're seeing a lot of up smash coming out from Marcus. As strong a move as it is, just doing up smash out of shield can sometimes feel a little bit stagnant, given how surprisingly mobile Steve can be out of shield with these out of shield like nairs and back airs. But getting the tech chase arm rotor as well, trying to set up for another one, but was just a little bit too low in order to complete that second setup.
Oh my god, it had like the last hit on that down tilt, sent them that far.
One more.
Move's kind of messed up, man. You better recover to that platform. Yep. I mean, hey, you're going to take an up tilt, but that's fine. You're living for a little bit longer.
Yeah, had that diamond dash attack online, and look at the resource game on Marcus right now. Like, they may be down in percent, but that's not going to last for long. Oh, baby.
Well, as you can see, 67 right there. That's doing pretty well, I guess.
Oh,
not going to get the spike hitbox, but not really going to matter too much either. I mean, he's still going to find a way to take the stock.
Yeah, just the power of Diamond Fair, especially in a position on a stage like Town and City. No axe here, though. That tool is gone by the wayside, so any of these up tilts are going to be much less safe. Haze still respecting the option, though. Interesting to note that he may not have... he may not know the frame data just on Steve's raw bare fists.
I mean, he's still trying to get some slaps in there, but he does have a diamond ready to go as it is, so I like that. He actually tried going for the grab, and I mean, I understand what Haze was going for. Get rid of the crafting box if you can. But the other side of that, too, is that another crafting box is going to pop up, and it does tend to get rid of some of the worst materials sometimes. Not so much on this stage, but it does happen on some stages there. But we already see the diamond tools ready to rock. He's just getting some additional materials now. It's kind of up to Haze to close this one out. He was sitting in a good position for so long, and it really just takes one mistake. Do not interact there. I mean, just wait for the block to disappear. I promise it'll work out better for you.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. Oh, another runoff back air. One of the best things that that we can see Marcus really doing is playing the wall game extremely well. But he's starting to play a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more forward thinking, getting the up tilt up air after the down throw berry. But it's just one raw hit away. Powered minecarts, diamond back airs are all online. But that up smash is too not going to close out the stock quite yet.
Yeah, just good DI from Marcus being able to stay alive here. And you know what? He's got a lot of rage. He's got diamond tools. He's ready to close this one out, man. Haze, you got to be careful because it's not going to be too good for you if you make the wrong play here.
Yeah, had to once again craft that diamond axe, making sure that they always have a structure and forcing Haze into some repetitive scenarios that they can make a read on. Like that, for instance. Saw that Haze time and time again was going for these huge nairs to destroy the blocks. And that's one of the best things about Steve is that he can just set up these scenarios where your opponent only has a few options in order to counter them, and Steve can then hard counterplay those options.
Right. As you can see, Larson in the back still being such a fan of Steve and Marcus in general. Yeah, it's hard to find good supportive friends like that. That's all I'm saying.
True. That's very true. So you may have noticed that we're into game 3 here at a Fusion. And that is because, given the entrant count, we have decided that the entire bracket is best of 5. So, yeah, they're going to be playing best of 5 here for the remainder of the night. For the entirety of the night. Starting with this one.
It makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I don't see a problem with that. If you got the time to be able to run full, best of 5, you may as well go for it. I can't wait to see the people complain, though, because they didn't show up to Fusion. Like, oh, I wish I could have played a best of 5. Well, you should have showed up, too, so...
Then you want to play best of 3, smile.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Something to think about as we move into this game and as we see Haze find another very deep arm rotor kill at the start of this game number 3. And maybe another one, or maybe a down air, maybe nothing working right there. Just a little bit, that one looked a little bit too early, and he meets a back air for his troubles trying to jump out of the corner.
I feel like at this point, Marcus is, you can definitely tell he's kind of he's playing with a little less what's the word I'm looking for here? Force, I guess. He's not trying to close out this game. I feel like he's playing a bit lax here. He's not in a rush to close this game out, it feels like.
Yeah, he's got a long set to work with, and ooh, I love that air dodge down into the in order to buffer the tech and get out of that really scary situation. Has so much iron on the table here, but I think you're right, Skiff. Like, it just feels like Marcus is just kind of jumping back and forth and setting up walls and not actually trying to pressure Haze whatsoever.
Yeah. I do like the fact that Haze is running the mad villain tag, and like R.O.B used to be the villain, right? Still is a villain by some people's measures, but a lot of people like to think that Steve is the villain. I do like with Marcus's tag though. His name is Marcus. He's running a tag that says Simon, and he's playing a character named Steve. It's nothing but first names out here. We are on a first name basis with everybody. And R.O.B's on the other side, so I mean.
Yeah, everything's come together. We have your average like brunch table. Oh,
just nothing but a bunch of white Minecraft YouTubers on the screen right now.
It's like, what are some of the most suburban names we can get?
Dream. Speaking of average looking white guys, we got the Nares like coming out, flying around. I don't know where I was going with that one, but either way, follow with me here, kids. We are getting a last stock situation where Haze is trying to fight for the winner's side bracket, not trying to go down to losers quite yet.
Yeah, gold tools online, a block to support them, to support Marcus. Despite that, and missing the tech intentionally in order to get that reversal back air up smash as well for so much damage. And I feel like this is just classic Steve things where when Steve gets the right tools, the floodgates really open. And despite Haze having a really solid position most of this game, Marcus was able to turn everything around in just the blink of an eye.
Dude, he's putting that thing in reverse, going forward again, man. He's driving all over the place, man. It's his interstate. He'll drive where he damn well pleases.
Okay. That grab in the corner was greedy with a capital G, and Marcus is going to take the L moving into game number 4. Oh.
I feel like he just messed around too much, but I mean, I don't think he's feeling nervous at all. I think he knew that he was up 2-0. He could mess around a little bit more, probably just trying to do a few things. And obviously, we saw Haze take advantage of that, putting a game under his belt. But I mean, we'll see how it plays out as we move forward here. Right now, not looking too bad for either player.
No, not at all. I feel like Haze has had so many of the right ideas going through a lot of the setups that Marcus has been setting up, and certainly his combo game has been on point. I mean, just check some of these out. Really solid early comboing into that arm rotor as well. But the props of playing a character that can set up so many scenarios that you've seen time and time again, like how Haze destroys blocks, for instance, in the case of that game too, was that Marcus doesn't flinch as much. It takes a lot more for him to get scared. So it forces Haze to commit even harder to get through some of these early setups, and sometimes Gons is just ready for them.
Yeah, Gons definitely seems to be doing okay right now, but I think Haze got a nice little kind of energy behind him right now, especially taking that game 3 win. He definitely likes that arm rotor though. He likes to use that arm rotor a bit more than I've seen other R.O.Bs use it.
He's throwing it out. And I mean, I can't really blame him sometimes. Sometimes you just need these big hitboxes. The reflect box on it as well can kind of matter against an early eject from minecart. And hey, if you're landing it off stage like he is, then the stock is gone just like that.
Yeah, actually great positioning right there. The get up attack, the laser as well. Just getting rid of some of these situations that would have definitely closed out a stock here for Marcus. But we do got the back throw. That's not going to be able to take a stock. Again, R.O.B is a big boy and a little bit heavy here. But these down tilts, man, you got to stop messing around so much when you're so far below the stage, because Marcus is just getting a lot of damage out of that. But either way, we do see Marcus finally take the stock. I'm going to get one right back here with the up throw, tombstone, pile driver. Going to be taking out that first stock for Marcus here in game 4.
And the crafting table destroyed to boot. Instantly spawned back, though, as we got an even game heading here. Great parry on that R.O.B Nair. Don't let him get away with that for free. I like the mix-up on SDI from Haze, though. It turned a 70% combo into a 90%, or into a 61. But again, just one or two interactions, and suddenly you're at 100, staring down the barrel.
Yeah, and man, I knew that cart was coming out immediately. I don't know why Haze didn't see it. You've been fighting this guy for however long. He gets into disadvantage. He throws out cart. You just be ready, man. Be mobile.
Always have to, can never stay stagnant against this character because in the blink of an eye, he can turn the corner into advantage. I like that aggressive play though from Haze. Instead of recovering the ledge, you gotta push the advantage sometimes, even if you don't have any. Ooh.
Yeah, honestly, it's good because if he, was messing around at the underneath the stage like he's been doing, that definitely would have been a down tilt or two coming out, just really kind of causing a lot of trouble for him. So I also am a big fan of that aggressive positioning.
Again, looking for this big up air. It's just a dash attack punish though. Man, just look at the resource game from Marcus, by the way. Like, he will never be in a poor position for and basically the rest of the game. But that arm rotor closes out the stock on the jump get up. 114. All you need is this gyro here to turn things around. And there it is.
Yep.
Oh, but there you go.
Yeah, not enough insurance to be able to stay alive there. Fortunately, I don't know what Haze got, but it's not good enough to cover all that. So we're going to see Marcus going to be moving on 3-1 as they move on to winter finals here. And they're going to be awaiting the winner of our next match, actually going to be coming up here. It's going to be Lemon Tea versus Larson. So Larson obviously showing a lot of support for his buddy and friend Marcus and Steve. I'm sure that he's going to be trying to ride on the high of success that he just saw and going to be pushing it into his next set coming up here.
Yeah, he'll be playing up against Collision Zone Lemon Tea, stepping up to the plate against Larson. This is probably going to be Aegis up against Wolf. And I think from Larson's, and maybe this is a little skewed because the main Wolf that Larson